I think it's execute, execute, isn't it?
Excellent. Alright, hit execute. You type the name of the file you want, and then hit execute.
See, execute, execute. Right? Is that what it is? Execute.
Let's say it once. Now display name menu. You have to type in the name of the file.
Okay.
And then execute.
You remember what that was? That was Glendora, right?
That one is Glendora.
This one is Slate. Is the next one Slate?
What do you want for the next one?
Well, I just want to see what the next one is. How did we do this? One was Glendora, right?
Glendora, there's page 2, page 3, page 4,
okay,
page 5,
we're all through with that Slate thing, right?
Yeah.
No more Slate.
It's still in there if you wanted to look at it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can pull up any file, page 2,
Can I put Slate in there?
Sure.
Now?
Now you hit execute.
Okay, this execute, execute again. Two executes.
Alright, Matt, give me a buzz if you need me.
Alright.
You either beat me or call me.
Alright, I'm going up to Portchester to give in timesheets and make commercial tape change in a second here. There you go, you got it.
Have they been,
Now, every time I do that, right?
Delivered? I don't know. I have to call right now. I'm supposed
Okay.
to leave in about 15 minutes.
Slate is
but have they been doing it consistently now?
No, last week they didn't get it.
They're still not dropping them off? They're doing it the same day?
It's supposed to be Wednesday, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Donovan had to come up here last Wednesday.
Alright, Elias came up to fix something, did he? Mike said they've been short converters in Yonkers, so they've been using the courier to go get converters out in the island. That's why a lot of times he said he's late to Portchester, he's not bringing the tapes and stuff, because they got him running around.
Is page 1 anything?
I don't know what page 1 is, I know page 2 is. You can try it. See what happens.
Execute.
Yep. Does not exist. Alright, hit cancel.
Wait a second. Page 1 does not exist.
Hi, who's this? Alan, hi, it's Matthew over at Harrison.
Page 1 does not
well,
exist.
good. I don't want to talk to you either. Do me a favor? Are you anywhere near the hall where the courier drops things off? Could you let me know if there's a box of tapes in the hall there? Marked Portchester. Thanks. I see it cancel.
Well, why don't we put in something?
You can, but you can't. You're in the display mode. You have to get in the edit mode. On my way, buddy. Alright, thanks a lot.
Okay, I want to go from display to edit. Okay, so I hit cancel. Cancel. Right there.
Yeah. And hit it again.
Cancel again.
Now you're back in your main mode. To edit something, to make a page, you have to be 1.
Okay, make a page 1. Then I think I got it, Matt.
1, and then right.
I think I got it over here.
Since I have the book here, do you want to take 2 seconds and schedule for?
Sure.
Or is this the last week, or is next week the last week? I don't even know.
Tomorrow I see you at 1:30.
Right, so we'll do tomorrow then. That's probably better. I just have to call Worcester about
and there will be no problem with the tapes tomorrow, because I brought you one and we can pick that other one up tomorrow. Oh, isn't that pretty? And, oh, that's because from here.
Right.
So you don't want me to come in and help you cable cast tonight with my
Nope.
character generator?
Nope, I got it.
You think we can get a slate up there? Stay tuned.
If it's possible for me to wire it that way, I will do it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, wait a second. Can't hear you. You said something. Okay, so just make a slate with music. No problem. Gee, that's good. And you can do that anytime. And you keep that tape here. Oh, good. I don't want to make a slate. I just want to go to the next slate. Well, that's how you do it. Okay. To go to the next slate. Execute, execute. Execute. Type the name. And execute. Okay. That's nice. That is I really think I'm getting to know this itty bit.
Good.
Now I got that question answered, how you go from page to page. So you go execute, and then you write in your page number.
Page 4.
And then execute. There's your page. Well. Guess not, huh?
Well, that's the other page. That's the name of what it. Hit page 5, page 6, you'll find different things written. I know I had something in there on all of them.
Hey, when I come in next time, I'm going to put in page, this is at the bottom third. I'll put in something in page 4, okay? Okay. Put in something. Okay, you want everything? How do you like to turn this on? Do you like to go back to anything? Do you like to leave it there? Okay, then you just like to turn it off here.
And you can turn that monitor off also. Just turn everything off.
No problem.
Conserve power.
No problem.
Good for the environment.
Good for the machines. Okay, now. That's mine, right?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, you put that in there, didn't you? You took this out and put it in there?
No.
Or did I do that? Did I do that?
Yeah, it's yours.
Yeah, thank you. That was a good lesson. I liked it. Okay.
What's your key signature?
I know.
Okay. Okay, so can I go buy that?
Sure thing. What a good training. Good training.
Some of which you have seen before and some of which you have not. And I'd like to bring out the president of the PTA, John Drew, just to say a few words. John?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 56th Annual Police Benefit Show. We thank you very much for your patronage and hope you have a wonderful night. Without further ado, on with the show. Thank you.
We're now going to have the Star Spangled Banner. Okay. This is Harrison. Give me a color guy. Kick off our show. We got a boy from West Texas here, and he's come in on the Cotton Ball Express. And let's make him feel at home. Mac Maverick, come on, Mac.
It's hard to beat that introduction at Star Spiral Manor, that's for darn sure. It's one of our most growing popularities in this country, in case anybody don't know. And this one here is done by George Strait. He just made an Entertainer of the Year in the Country Music Awards, if anybody even had a chance to see it. I hope you did. And it's called Oceanfront Property. Now, if you leave me, I won't miss you, and I won't never take you back. Girl, your memory won't ever haunt me, 'cause I don't love you. Now if you'll buy that, can't make it up, boys. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. From my front porch you can see the sea. I got some oceanfront property in Arizona. Now if you buy that, well, I'll throw the golden key in free, Playboy.
him. We had the West Texas boy here, and he entertained us. He's on the Cotton Bowl Express. He's going to Stanford later this evening. Now, we have with us a TV star. She's been with, well, let me see. She's a script service girl for NBC Hollywood, which afforded an opportunity to meet Groucho Marx, Bob Hope, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Jack Benny, Red Skelton, and many more. The salary afforded little else. And we have her tonight in the person of Glendora.
Hi there, folks. How are you tonight? Just miserable, right? Welcome to Glendora, a cheerful look at life. Harold said to Bob, "I'm worried about my fourth daughter getting married." And Bob said, "Why?" And Harold says, "Well, on account of my first daughter married a man from Singleton, New Hampshire, and they had one child. And my second daughter married a man from Twin Oaks, New Hampshire, and they had 2 children. And my third daughter married a man from Three Rivers, Michigan, and they had 3 children." And Bob says, "So why are you worried about your fourth daughter?" And Harry says, "She's going with a man from the Thousand Islands." The church had a Bible selling contest, and Edward sold more Bibles than anybody else. And Edward stuttered, so they wanted to know how he did it. And this is how he did it. He would say to a person, do you want to buy a Bible, or do you want me to read it to you? The taxi cab pulled up to the curb, and the woman got out, and she says to the cabbie, "How much do I owe you?" And the cabbie says, "Nothing, ma'am, you did all the driving." Somebody asked Charles, "Why do you keep playing your wedding videotape backwards?" And Charles says, "On account I like to see myself walk out of the church a free man." Now, it was a foggy night, and John was out in his car, folks, and he was scared to death. He didn't know the road, and he was scared to death that he was going to go into the ditch. So a car up ahead pulled in, and Bob says, John said, "I'll follow that car." He says, "He probably knows the road, and he's got those bright red taillights." He says, "So I'll follow the car. He'll keep me on the road." And he followed him for a long time. This went on for a long time. And finally the car up front stopped, and John hit him. John got out, and he says, "What did you stop so suddenly for? Couldn't you give me a signal?" And the fellow up front says, "What, in my own garage?" Well, Diane was stopped by the policeman, and the policeman's looking at her license. And the policeman says, "It says here that you should be wearing glasses." And Diane says, "But I have contacts." And the cop says, "I don't care who you know, you're going to get a ticket anyhow." Nathan, aren't you musicians going to last? Have you heard all this in vaudeville? Nathan was a Hollywood extra, folks, and he finally got a speaking part. And here's the scene. The detective says, "Did you see that woman drink that cup of coffee?" And Nathan was supposed to say, "I did." So he went home, and he rehearsed all the different ways that he could say, "I did, I did, I did, I did." Came time to shoot the scene. The detective said, "Did you see that woman drink that cup of coffee?" And Nathan said, "Did I?" Well, Paul is coming out of the pet shop. He's got a very cute little Cocker Spaniel in his arms, and he meets his friend Pete. And he said, "Pete, what do you think of this Cocker Spaniel I got for my wife?" And Pete said, "That's not a bad trade." Robert said to the waitress, "What kind of ice cream do you have?" And the waitress says, "Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry." And Robert says, "You sound kind of hoarse. Do you have laryngitis?" And the waitress says, "No, just vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry." Walter the warden said to Walter, "Walter, you must be awfully lonesome in here. I never see any relatives or friends come to visit you." And Walter says, "Oh no, warden, they're all in here with me." Folks, why did the bunny rabbit ask to be changed into a goon within the next 24 hours? So he could be hare today and goon tomorrow. Michael placed a call, and when he finished, the operator says, "That will be $1.59. And Michael says, "But operator, I asked you to reverse the charges." And the operator says, "Okay, that's $9.51. This priest had been working very hard, folks, very, very hard. So he was told to take a couple of weeks off and go and rest. And so he went to Hawaii, and he got this loud, loud shirt and these loud, loud shorts. And he was lying out on the sand in the sun, and this beautiful girl in a bikini went by. And she said, "Hello, Father." And so the priest went back to the shop, and he says, "This shirt isn't loud enough, and these pants aren't loud enough, these shorts aren't loud enough. Give me something louder." So he went back on the beach, and he's lying in the sun. The same girl went by in the bikini, and she says, "Hello, Father." And the priest says, "Pardon me, ma'am, but would you please tell me how you knew I was a priest?" And the woman says, "Sure, I'm Sister Martha over at the parish." Billy said, "Grandma, I dropped my lunch bag on the driveway and Dad backed the car over it." And Grandma says, "That's wheels on meals." Anthony was riding along, and the policeman stopped him, and the policeman says, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And Anthony says, "No." He says, "I don't have a speedometer." The policeman says, "You don't have a speedometer? How do you know how fast you're going?" And Anthony says, "Well, at 35 miles an hour it rattles, at 45 miles an hour it shimmies, at 55 miles an hour it stops." Now, folks, what do you call a miniature guppy? Give up? A microfiche. Sam, his girlfriend, wanted a medallion, you know, the chain around the neck and then the metal here. And he didn't know what you call them. And he waited until the last minute. He rushed into the department store. And there, lo and behold, in the perfume counter, a girl was wearing one. So he rushed up to her and he says, he's at the last minute, and he says, "What do you call those and where do you get them?" And she turned all red and she said, "Falsy, second floor lingerie." Now, did you hear about the Chinese telephone book? They tried to publish the telephone book for years, but they finally gave up. There were so many wings and so many wongs, everybody was winging the wong number. The next to last joke is for you ladies, okay? This group of women always met in the same room, in the same house, every week. The women came, and the room was wonderful. So one woman says, "What do you do, have new drapes?" And the hostess said, "No." Another woman says, "What do you do, have new carpeting?" The hostess says, "No." Another woman says, "I know, you painted the room." And the hostess says, "No." And practically all the women in unison said, "What have you done to make this room look so much better?" And the hostess said, "I took down the ironing board." Okay, now here's your last joke, okay? Art was a great golfer, okay? He had a terrible day. So he threw his golf bag into the pond, and he threw his clubs into the pond. He threw all of his golf balls into the pond. He went up to the clubhouse. He slit his wrists. He's standing there bleeding to death. And Harry comes in and says, "Hi, Art. How about a game of golf tomorrow?" And Art says, "What time?"